Isn't that interesting? And I should point out to people who don't realise that you are wearing those Philadelphia Eagles colours this morning, so just to give you a little nod to that. Let's talk about the main event, never mind the Super Bowl. It's, of course, the Invictus Games.
All right, folks, strap in, because we've got a wild one today. Meghan Markle just pulled off one of her most embarrassing stunts yet at the Invictus Games, and Kinsey Schofield and Mike Graham did not hold back. From her awkward attempts at stealing the spotlight to a move so out of line, it left people stunned. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell for the latest updates. Now, let's dive in.
And Harry and Meghan, what a picture that was. The Daily Mail have used it this morning. I tweeted it out yesterday. Meghan and Harry both looking up into the sort of the screen above them. She's holding onto his arm for grim life, and he just looks completely and utterly disappointed with his life.
Can I just tell you that my favorite video is the video of Meghan moving a woman, one of the athletes from Team Canada, moving her wheelchair without asking permission. The woman's mid-conversation, and she stops because she's startled that somebody has grabbed her and is relocating her, and it's Meghan just taking it upon herself to adjust this woman for a photo. I have to tell you that so far is my favorite video from Invictus.
It is incredible. She made a little speech, of course, which we're hoping to play later on, in which she said, you know, that Harry was so embedded with this amazing Invictus Games thing that he had invented, that, you know, he loved it more than anything else, and that she said the great thing is that we're all part of one big family. You know, you're my family and you're his family. And all I could think of was, well, she's obviously trying to say that he doesn't have a family, because they're all horrible racists. They all live in England.
The wheelchair incident. Meghan Markle, in full look-at-me mode, decided to move a disabled athlete without asking. She just grabs the wheelchair and moves her for a better photo op. The athlete looks shocked, and who wouldn't be? Meghan always finds a way to make it about herself. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Meghan's awkward speech. Meghan took the stage and told the audience they were Harry's real family, not the royal family. Is anyone else seeing a pattern here? She spent years branding the royal family as cold and cruel, yet she's cut off her own family too. If you're seeing the hypocrisy here, hit that like button right now.
Or, you know, if I'm your family, then I guess the countdown is on, because you talk to no one from your family, so I better just bask in the glow of your temporary, you know, kindness.
There is that problem. My other favourite story of the weekend was the Spotify one, where it turns out that the people who worked at Spotify had more nicknames for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex than anybody ever knew, including Ginge and Whinge, the Kardashians of Windsor. They called him Tim Nice But Dim, and they called her Eva, named after, I think, one of the, was it Joan Crawford, from the 1990 camp classic Queen Bee.
Yeah, I mean, those are actually pretty tame compared to what I hear on the streets of Los Angeles. So I think that they should encourage those versus what people say about them over here, especially after their little tour of the fire damage and devastation. So.
And the Billie Eilish business, right?
Oh my gosh. Like, you know, whenever I do a good deed, I like to name drop 30,000 people that don't even like the post or acknowledge that I'm giving them a shout out.
Absolutely right. And also, after Donald Trump said at the weekend that he wasn't going to deport him because he's got enough problems with his wife, which was classic Trump, he apparently decided in his speech to say that basically he didn't think there was much moral leadership in the world, which everybody thought was a bit of a swipe at Trump. But a pretty rich of old Prince Harry, a man that used to parade around naked with strippers in Las Vegas, to talk about moral leadership, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, I love to take my advice about moral leadership from people that I've literally seen in Nazi costumes. Just kidding. No, I mean, here, sit this one out, Prince Harry.
Yeah.
Now, if you thought that was bad, wait till you hear what's happening behind the scenes. Remember the $20 million Spotify deal Meghan and Harry had? Well, not only did it crash and burn, but insiders have revealed what employees really thought about them. They had nicknames like Ginge and Whinge, the Kardashians of Windsor, and my personal favorite.
So, I mean, they're going to be up there, presumably parading it. Did I also read a piece that they were staying in the same hotel presidential suite as a president actually stayed in?
100%. That is who these two think they are. They are entitled. They are wildly more impressed with themselves than anyone else is.
Right. I also saw a bit of a video clip of them on the back of a golf cart going through underneath the sort of the stadium in Vancouver where the Invictus Games was going on. And as somebody said, you hardly see any footage whatsoever of the actual games. We just see is footage of Harry and Meghan. And they're in the back of this golf cart like a Pope-mobile, sort of waving at the crowds who were standing, who had been ordered to stand along the route.
Well, that's what, I'm seeing these videos and everybody's like, oh, they love him. They love him about Prince Harry. He is not a martyr. He's supposed to just be the organizer and the ambassador. He's not Jesus Christ. Yeah. And I don't believe
he wasn't injured in combat like some of them were.
Exactly. Yeah, he's just supposed to be this, the person that uplifts these other people. To see some of the commentary around how people are worshiping him, it's like that's not the message you want to send. But at least they've sort of taken a break from the Meghan Markle fashion show, which was the last Invictus Games.
And when are we going to see the Love Meghan Netflix documentary show?
Oh, less than a month away, March 4th. Get your barf bag. We'll have to recap that because I'm hearing that it's really interesting. It's all about how she's a super friend, the best friend ever, and a great host. Right. I never hear about Meghan Markle throwing parties. I hear about her crashing them.
Yes, exactly right. Just before I let you go, let me play you a little clip from Angela Rayner. She, of course, is our beloved Deputy Prime Minister with a crooked fringe. And she was asked, unbelievably, on the BBC, I don't know where the standards have gone on the BBC, but they actually asked her if she called Prince Andrew a nonce. Check this out.
Did you refer to a member of the royal family as something I'm not sure we're allowed to say on a Sunday morning, but in case we can bleep it out, did you suggest...
Again, I'm not making any comments about what said or not said in
Did you deny that you called a member of the royal family a nonce?
Said in a book. I'm not making any comment on what somebody suggests was said in a book, or actually the private conversations that I did have during the passage of the bill.
Yeah, that'll be a yes then, I think, Kinsey.
Yeah, I think I like the distraction with the crooked bangs. Nothing says don't listen to what I'm saying, just stare at my forehead like crooked bangs.
Very true. Brilliant. Good to see you. Thank you very much indeed. You can get some sleep now. Kinsey Schofield live from California.
Tim nice but dim for Harry. Guys, when the industry that once worshipped you is now openly mocking you, you know the tide has turned. Hollywood has moved on. Get out. Where does this leave Harry? He looks exhausted, like someone realizing he made a huge mistake. He traded duty for celebrity, service for PR stunts. Meanwhile, Kate Middleton is solidifying her role as the future queen. The royal family is thriving without them. Does Harry finally wake up and realize he was played? So here's the deal. The Meghan and Harry fairy tale? It's looking less like a royal love story and more like a Hollywood disaster. Their own industry is mocking them. Their own fans are moving on. Is this the beginning of the end for the Sussex brand? Subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.